All right, so hello everybody. I thought we would come together and introduce the presenters for this Saturday's, Create Your Energetically Aligned 2021, where you will walk away with an energized plan to create your best year ever. You will walk away energized, get closer to living your purpose. You'll have more energy, more clear thinking. And so, ladies, who wants to start? I mean, why would anybody want to come to this retreat on Saturday?
They're going to have a lot of fun, first of all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel that, I'm very passionate about what I'm doing, and that is helping people connect with their space and to claim it. And once they claim their space, what I tell people is that sometimes it's the first step in you claiming your life, but sometimes it could be the last step in you claiming your life. So we're going to talk a lot about that and what that means and how it affects your mood, how the principles of feng shui can help you shift your mood and shift your attitude and shift your energy levels. And then we're going to have a session on decluttering, how clutter can affect your life, not only emotionally and energetically, but financially. So there's something for everyone, I think, based on the three of us coming from different disciplines. And I think I agree with Kristi. I think it's going to be fun because I like to tell people when they start shifting stuff in their space to have fun with it. And once they make the connection with lifting their spirit, it's an organic connection, and they do start having fun with it. And when you see people go from not understanding, because none of us learn how to deal with our space on an energetic level until we go to these classes, by the time they start connecting with it and shifting it, they start grinning and smiling, and their attitude really helps shift.
I agree.
Yeah.
The shift is so key because when we want to grow, evolve, and really make this year something that is going to be really for our personal growth, maybe it's for business growth or family or other dreams that you have, dream big, first of all, and then we need to shift into that. And I think we're going to be sharing, and attendees are going to be learning a lot of great information, maybe new for them, that will help them step out of who they are at this moment to step into this new way of being, shifting them, creating a different energy, a different vibration. And I say have fun because that is the way for us to really attract more of what we want, what we desire. My vision is to help people work less and not work so hard or strive or struggle so hard. So we got to have fun to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that's what we're moving into in 2021 is more into the feminine way of being and living our lives, which we will get even more stuff done, but not the pushing energy that we're so used to and the hardship that everybody's been dealing with. Yeah, it's going to be magical, but we have to clear away all the old programming and all the old ancestral energy that everybody's living with, and getting into more of alignment of who they are, discovering their human design and how they can create a life that's more aligned and living easier. And I love bringing feng shui into all of this, and how clutter can keep us depleted and exhausted. And I love seeing the results that our clients do when we all work with them. The shifts are amazing, and I'm living that. I'm a good guinea pig here because I've done all of it. I worked with both of you, and the shifts in my life are just absolutely amazing. And I want people to
Well,
have,
I think that the key thing is, you know, there's a lot of people doing a lot of things to help people shift. But when we do take that big leap and that big shift in our lives, the key is to create support for ourselves. And you guys know that creating like-minded groups around you and finding the like-minded groups so you can have the conversations they really want to have and that people understand you on the level that you want to express yourself is one of those ways. Another way to create support is with your physical surroundings. And people don't necessarily understand that right away, but on some level they do know it. And then when, you know, you come in with an objective viewpoint, ask them to talk about their space and their stuff and what they have on the walls, you can hear in their vocabulary whether or not they feel supported by those things or whether or not they're not quite sure that they want to keep those things that they have in their environment. And if they're not sure, they don't really know what to do next. So that's why I feel really passionate about feng shui and decluttering, because decluttering really is not a principle of feng shui, it's energetic and it relates to space, but it's not really part of the official principles. And so there's a lot going on when you're dealing with someone's space, and it takes time to get to know who they are. And the more you know who they are, the better the recommendations that you can make that will make a difference in their life. But once they understand, once they feel it, because feng shui is a feeling thing, not a thinking thing. Once they feel the support, that's when they get it. And it's a big leap to go from thinking about their space to actually feeling the support in their space. So that part is just exciting to me to help people understand that. Because they have stuff there, it's all there. They just don't really know, you know, how to think about it or how to relate to it or where to put it or whatever.
I think you said a few key things, Pat, that relate to the topics I'm going to cover, which include one, how do you feel? Because that's really in the body, getting out of the head, because we are so taught in this society to think, overthink things, analyze things. And like you said, feelings are what really are the navigator for us, the true navigator for what do we desire? What do we want? And when I'm going to be talking about human design, I'm going to point out that everyone's energy is different. There's a different definition for what people desire, what they want based on who they truly authentically are. And to just really understand that we've got a lot of conditioning in our minds and programming that energetically, like Jackie will focus on, need to be cleared, but you'll be able to do things like decluttering or building your business or making shifts in your life when you recognize and bring awareness to the things that are taught to you that may not really be who you truly are, not your true human design.
yeah, it's going to be really, it's going to, the people who show up to this retreat are going to get a lot of clarity, and they're going to be able to walk away feeling lighter, having so much more energy. And so if you're watching on Facebook, do you have any questions for us? Are you living, so this retreat, let's talk about who this retreat is for. I help mostly women who are living with physical or chronic illness, who are exhausted. They could be busy moms, they could be entrepreneurs who are feeling stuck. I'm going to be taking people through uncovering and discovering their ancestral energy and then clearing it and healing it so that they can create a new energy and finally live their authentic life. Because I do believe many people are an extension of their ancestors. We're not really us until we clear that energy. And also I'm going to take people through an outrageous goal process. So if you do have a business and you're feeling stuck, and you haven't made the income and the impact you want, that will be important for everybody to be there so that we can get to the root cause of why that's happening and then shift it into empowering beliefs and create your goals. And also bring your calendar, because I'm going to make time for you to create your dream calendar and schedule. So let's see, I forget the schedule, but Pat, do you want to tell them a couple things about your?
Well, the things coming to mind as we're talking about who we are dealing with at this point, because we've all been through this difficult year of being quarantined or spending many more hours at home, not only living in our home, but now we're also working in our home. This has become, the anxiety level has been increasing with a lot of people, because they really don't know how to separate the two. Because usually in the past, in the before times, as my husband says, you would leave your house and go to your job. And now so many people are working at home or teaching at home, or the kids are doing school at home, and now we're all cooking at home because can't go to restaurants. Space gets a little bit, one thing overlaps the other. And one of the stressful parts of that is you can't get away from stuff. You can't get a break from home, or a break from school, or a break from work, because all the stuff that you have around you to do the things that you need to do in all those different parts of your life are all together now. So I know that I went through this myself when I worked with my husband for 10 years, and we had a lot of our work stuff in our living room. And at some point, I wanted to separate home life from work life. And that involved doing physical things in my environment. And it wasn't until I hired a feng shui consultant to talk about the energy of all that did I understand it. And it was amazing to get that kind of direction, because I really needed at the time. I didn't know what I needed, but I knew I needed help. And I knew it wasn't just about design. It was about the energy and the flow of energy, and how I was feeling. And I would say that one of the things that I was feeling was overwhelmed. I have an open floor plan, which a lot of people do. And that gets more complicated because you don't have defined spaces. And then 14-foot ceilings, a poster that you think is big, when you put it on the wall, looks a 14-foot wall looks like nothing. I didn't know what that meant. It was a learning curve for me. So a place has to feel good in order for you to want to be there. And what I was feeling at the time was anxiety when I was home, and yet I didn't have the energy to leave. It was a weird situation. I couldn't really define it. It just felt like I was stuck. So once you get the energy moving again, it totally changes everything. So, I tell everybody that the basic answer to every feng shui question is it depends, because it's really about the person and what are their goals in life? What do they want? What are they looking to attract? How do they need support? All that stuff. I have to find out that first from the individual, and then look at the space, and then make the recommendations based on the training that I have. So it's kind of hard to give a big picture, because it's such an individual, private thing.
And I think, Pat, that's a great point, that this event on Saturday is going to be customized. We're going to share information, and people can walk away and back into their lives with their intention, their plan set. And Jackie, like you were saying, this is for busy women and maybe spiritually like-minded women, but also for everybody. This can be for a man. This can be for somebody who's not familiar with any of these concepts, because you're going to learn what you need to learn in that moment when you join us on Saturday. And like I said, walk away. I'm going to be giving you a process so you can create your own self-care plan. And it's customized, And we're going to be there to support and have an interactive discussion, which is going to be important for how we spend our time together on Saturday. And we're not going to just be talking at you. So we really look forward to seeing everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, if you want something, if you want to blow 2021 out of the water with what you're able to create and what you're able to receive, then join us. I promise you, you will have so much fun and be transformed by the end and be energized and ready to create your dream life. So, yeah, if there's any questions,
today.
Go ahead.
Register today. We've got the link live, and make sure you get your spot.
That's right. Anything else?
Yeah. But it's for Saturday. There's a ton of stuff.
Get ready to have fun.
We can go on and on. So everybody have an awesome day, and we will see you on Saturday.
Thank you.